Well, here we go. Welcome back to the mental health series, the finale, as it very so much will be. I've had very little effort today to do this video because I'm in a weird mental stage. But I thought I need to get this done. I need it to be done so then I can move on to some fun, energetic, new challenging content. I need some new content, and it's all going to be coming as soon as this video is done, as soon as this series is done. This video, it's taken a while for me to film because I needed to make sure that I got everything out of the two people that wanted to tell their stories. So there's only 2 stories in this. If there is anyone else that does want to give me a story after this, message me on Snapchat or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and just say I want to do an interview, and I will do so. What I'll do is I will add it on to the end of a Tea with Tom on a Sunday. So yeah, if you want to do that, let me know. Okay. Yeah, so I have 2 stories that I'm going to tell. They are anonymous, so I'm not going to reveal who has given me these stories due to their privacy, and they don't want other people knowing. I haven't read them. I've read bits of them. I haven't read all of them, but I've read bits of them. So there's going to be some things that I'm going to learn about my friends and some people that I know. And I've already learned a lot about two of my closest friends, you know, Frankie and Ben, you know. I learned a lot about them that I did know and that I didn't know, you know. It's oh, and just quickly to address the whole why Ben's video was taken down. Ben was not comfortable anymore with his video, and I totally respect that, and that's completely fine, you know. It's his decision and he made it, so that's that at the end of the day. I'm sorry that this video is a bit all over the place. Like I said, I'm not in the right frame of mind, but I want to get this video out, I want to get it done, and then we can move on to something else. I don't know what yet. Actually, no, I do know what, but I can't tell you what. Oh, you were waiting for the mouth pops queens. I know you were. They're here. So yeah, basically I gave these 2 people a list of questions, and they answered them in a story form of their life, basically. I'm going to read the longest one first, which is literally going to take me about 20 minutes to read. It's a long paragraph. It won't take me 20 minutes at all. It's just a long paragraph. So yeah, I'm just going to start. So this is I say story, it's not a story, it's a real life story. This is someone's life. So this is all real. This isn't me, you know, typing it up on a laptop and reading it to you. Like, no, this is coming from a person. So please, please, please be respectful of that, because it's sensitive. It really is. So let's start. So they put, I've got both anxiety and depression, and I've dealt with them both for around 2 to 3 years. It doesn't seem long at all, but it's really been hard. Many of the times I felt I was done with life, and I've self-harmed on many occasions as I thought I'd feel better, but it only numbed the pain for a little while. I felt enough is enough so many times, but I've had just enough strength to pick myself back up again and again until I was in a stable mindset. My anxiety stressed me a lot over year 10, and I sometimes felt I couldn't even attend school. When I did, I got that bad I made myself physically sick and had to go home. It was bad, and I didn't know how to cope other than go home, but I saw the impact it was having on my schoolwork, and I thought it was best to see a doctor. When I saw a doctor, I was given medication, and I take it every day. My anxiety has been so much better since. Through my depression, I've had both family and friends to support me. However, sometimes I've still felt alone. Recently, I've been having really down days and didn't know what to do. But one of my good friends has really helped me. Many points through my depression and anxiety I wanted to give up, as I felt I couldn't get through it. But I did, and every time I've come out a stronger person. I have no clue what brought about my anxiety and depression, but they affect me a lot. They affect my life a lot on the daily. I know many people who struggle with both anxiety and depression, some being my friends and family, and some being people I just know. My anxiety and depression still continue to affect my life, but it's getting much better. Just happy I've got my friends and family to help me cope. Part of my depression was caused by a relationship I was in for 8 or so months, and a lot went on through it. We constantly kept breaking up and getting back together due to him hurting me, and I honestly couldn't cope at all. He cheated on me multiple times and lied to me, but I always went back to him. My friends judged me so much for it and called me a mug. My family helped me through it all, and my mum ended up saying enough is enough and said I was to cut him off. I stopped all contact from him, but still see him around. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with it anymore. However, it was a reason as to why I self-harm and felt low so often. I still have my down days, but I've got so many supportive friends and family to help me now. Some of my depression was also triggered by bullying, but I used to put on an act as if I didn't care. But deep down, it all really hurt. I was insecure and I hated myself due to many comments that used to be made. I've grown so much as a person in secondary, and only last year or so I lost a lot of weight and completely changed my appearance. I actually began to feel happy for once. I adored the way I looked and still do, and I don't mean to sound self-centered. I still get shit said to me on the daily, things like slag, fat, skinny rat, ugly, and they hurt a lot. But I don't really like letting things out. Instead, I let it all build up and then let it out. I get upset on the daily and really do have down days. Recently, I started getting better until a few days ago when I started feeling crappy again. I still do, but I'm getting over it like I have before. I'm just glad I have people there for me to help cheer me up and make me feel good about myself again. Oh my God. Jesus. The whole constantly keep breaking up and getting back together. I relate. Obviously, I'm not trying to make it into like funny, but I relate. I know this person so well, and like I know a lot of the stuff that's gone on, and you know all of that, and to hear you like actually say it, and you know to read how you actually feel after you know all these people you know say all of this stuff to you, it's really is like like I wish I could do something, but I can't. You know, that's why I'm making this video, so people can see the damage that one stupid comment can do. And I'm a sucker for this, you know, making a joke about, you know, other people, you know, with like friends, and, you know, making jokes about myself. And what you don't realize is the damage it does. It's so demoralizing to have to hear someone call you a slag, or to call you fat, or to tell you to change your appearance, or to tell you to change your weight. Like, it hurts like a bitch. And there will be people watching this be like, oh my God, I've said stuff like that. Oh my God, don't worry, because I have. I know that I have. And I can't make up for that. I can't. But I can change. And I have. And I am. And I think it's about time that some people need to, and some people really need to think about what they say before they say it. And no matter what, so person who wrote this, you know who you are, no matter what, I'm going to be by your side. Every time someone says anything to you, I'll be there. The bit about breaking up and getting back with him and being judged, it resonated so much. I know all about that. Every story that people tell you, they're all coming from one thing. Other people's problems, other people's mental health, 100% of the time is caused by another person. Sometimes it's on purpose, sometimes it's by accident. Sometimes you can't help it. You know, if someone dies in your family and you have mental health problems, it's still because of someone else. Not in a bad way, but you know what I mean. And, you know, people bullying you, it's because of someone else. People calling you a name, it's because of someone else. People acting like they know you, it's because of someone else. People dragging you into a relationship again and again and again, it's because of someone else. And I think it's about time that people understand that they need to grow up and that they need to be nicer people to everyone. One comment can change someone like that. Oh, that was an awful finger snap. I'm like, there we go. Like that. Like, it's getting to a point now where if someone says a comment, it's pathetic. An example of that was something that happened the other day, and I'm not going to expose this whole drama, but someone made a pathetic comment and it kicked off a war. It kicked off a war. Obviously, I don't know the full story of that, and I'm not going to go into that because I'm not causing tea and I'm not causing drama. But someone said something, and let me tell you, the repercussions of that, 20 people against one, screaming and shouting. People need to grow up. I'm going off on a rant now, but people really need to grow up. I've grown up. I know many people that have grown up. I think it's about time some people who watch these videos, I'm not aiming that at anyone, I'm just saying, like, people who watch these videos, if you make comments about how people look, how people act, what people say, grow up. People are people. They can do what they want. They can look how they want. They can dress, they can talk, they can act. Well, maybe not act, that's a bit differently, but talk, dress. They can be who they want to be without having to be victimized, bullied, commented on every 5 seconds. Like, grow up, get a life, maybe start thinking about yourself for a change instead of thinking about other people. Trying to change other people, try and change yourselves. Seriously, I'm getting angry now, and I'm not even onto the second story yet. Like, step it up. And I'm getting really sassy now, and I'm really loving this new meme. Figure it out. Thank you. Amen. Hallelujah. Jesus. Anyway, I need to move on. This story, so I want to say something at the first. This story deals with the MI5. Now you might be thinking, liar. No. I know this person. Well, I know of this story. Everything you about to hear is 100% true, and I need to move you because I can't actually read it. There we go. So, last year, I was caught in some trouble with MI5 that has made me very stressed and dug my anxiety out of hibernation. I was referred to the local counsellor, who has calmed me down, and I didn't notice much until last year, as I'm in a boarding school and they have rather strict rules. I was also caught buying knives at that time, which only made matters worse. They were answering the questions, by the way, so I try to make it into a story-like thing, but one of the questions I asked was, did you have people support you? And he put, yes, my GP referred me to a counsellor, which has supported me a lot. However, I didn't have much support from family, teachers and friends, apart from one of my friends who has experienced similar to me for a different reason. We used each other's backs to support each other. Oh, basically we had each other's backs to support each other. We are both a lot better now. Was there a point where you wanted to give in? Yes, I was stressed too much and I've had suicidal thoughts, etc. And I have done self-harm and carved my feelings to the wall of my bedroom in the boarding house. What brought about the whole situation, well, it was the whole MI5 thing, basically. Is your situation still going on? To an extent, yes. However, it is only the aftermath, and that's all they gave me. They didn't want to give me any more because that story is it's very complicated, and yeah, like, obviously it's a completely different thing, but suicidal thoughts and self-harm, 2 in 3 people will have mental health problems between the ages of 13 and 18. That is a fact. It's a true fact. I know about 10 people at my secondary school that are going through mental health, have mental health issues. And the amount of abuse they get from other people, maybe just the odd comment or whatever, is unreal. Like, bullying is one of the things that I can't stand. Like, if someone bullies someone else just because of who they are, or who they want to be, or the way they act, or the way they dress, then you are not human. Because the only reason you bully other people is because you're too ashamed of yourself. So you like to make other people get down to your level. And that's pathetic. So step it up and change. Thank you, you two, for those stories. But, you know, I can't say any more than I already have. Seriously, got to change the way you act towards people. Like, seriously. People telling me about my weight, about how I look. Yeah, I have a new haircut. What, you're gonna start commenting on that now? Guess what? I don't care. Because I'm done with listening to people's pathetic little comments. You can say whatever you want about me now. You can do whatever the hell you want. But let me tell you, it ain't gonna affect me anymore. Because I've grown up. I've got thicker skin now than I ever have before. You can attack me with whatever you want. You can try and attack my friends, but I can tell you one thing, that I'm going to fight for my friends. If I know that my friend has mental health issues and people start commenting on them and start saying all of this, you better watch it. And this makes me sound like I'm going to fight someone. I'm not about an actual physical fight, because I would lose like that. But like, just don't comment on other people. Call them beautiful, call them gorgeous, call them lovely, call them amazing. Don't call them slags, don't call them rats, don't call them bitches, just don't. And this video has been the sassiest video I think I've ever done, and I'm loving it. So just tips for Tom. Oh. Tips from Tom. Change. 2020 is coming up, a whole new decade. Maybe think about who you want to be for the next 10 years. Do you want to be the one that is going to get those low grades in school? Are you wanting to be the one that's going to succeed in life? Are you wanting to be the one that is going to comment on people? No. That's all the effort I have now. I'm done. Thank you to everyone who has watched this mental health series, and for everyone that has loved it and that has liked, commented, subscribed from it, you know. Just, it's meant so much to me making this series of videos. Like, I've enjoyed it. It's been stressful, it's been fun, it's been leading to breakdowns, but all in the name of advice and help. Like, the last thing I'm going to say is that if anybody is struggling out there who watches this video, message me and we can talk, because I want to make sure that everyone's all right in this world. You know, it's something that I love to do. I love to make sure that people are all right. So please, if you're struggling, let me know. Okay. Thanks, guys.